right, so we're gonna start on top, and my opponent will try to attack me and tangle my legs with K-guard, okay? A lot of times I'm passing the guard, I'm between the legs, my opponent underhook my leg, okay? And then he's gonna control his hands like this, and then he's gonna have his shin right inside my inner thigh right here, which makes hard for me to take my leg out, okay? And also sometimes his foot is gonna be on my hip, so he controls the distance right here, okay? And then what Andy would do right now, he's gonna entangle my leg by passing this leg all the way around, and sometimes he's gonna get this hook right here, okay? So when he gets this hook right here, it makes everything hard for me, okay? So he definitely gonna entangle me, right? He already entangled my legs, but right here he has a lot of attacks like crab ride. He can go for 50-50, right? If I post my hands on the floor right here, definitely he's gonna control me here, closing the figure four, and have the 50-50. So now I'm trapped, okay? So I don't wanna be on the 50-50. I wanted to avoid my opponent from being in this situation right here. So notice that Andy like passed my leg to this side right here, and he can grab my foot like this, where he can attack ankle locks, right? He can control my lapel, he can open my lapel and start like make everything like super hard for me to escape, okay? And usually those who are playing 50-50 on bottom, right? From the bottom position has more attacks. So Andy here can go to my back, right? Right here, he can go for crab rides. He can sweep me, right? And for me right here on top is just like trying to escape from the position, okay? I can go for straight ankle locks, right? I can go and attack his foot, but if he control my sleeve really well, it's gonna be hard for me to attack him, okay? So the goal is to avoid the leg entanglement, okay? So again, that can happen from like close guard, I stand up to open the guard, he's gonna underhook my leg and then start like going for the leg entanglement. Okay, and the way my opponent will do here is gonna go with the leg all the way around, and then he's gonna hook this leg right here, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push this leg down, okay? So I'll push this leg down, and I can work with this leg here as well, so I'll show you later. But we're gonna push this leg down. Push his leg down, and I'm gonna start stepping this way, controlling his hip, okay? A lot of times my opponents start changing and start putting this leg between my legs as well, okay? Like this. So now he has a better chance and greater chance to attack the knee bar, or go for toe holds, or even like start going for 50-50, turn around. So if I'm here and I don't pay attention, don't control anything, Andy's gonna start pushing me to the floor, lifting my leg up, and then start passing the hand under my leg, okay? So the way that Andy put me on the 50-50 is by passing his hand under my leg, so I'll avoid that, okay? So again, he's gonna go for leg entanglement, okay? I'm gonna push the leg down, control, and then Andy's gonna pass the leg under my leg. Now he's here in this position, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is going my hand all the way across and controlling the collar right here by putting my thumb in, okay? By doing that, I can start putting pressure on my left knee, which is this leg right here. And what I wanna do is separate his head from my foot. So Andy wants to go close to my foot with his head, and I want to keep his head far from my foot. By doing that, I can put pressure and can start applying pressure on him where it's gonna be hard for him to put him on 50-50. So I don't want to put the weight on my right leg here, because then Andy can start passing under my leg right here, okay? So all my weight is on my left leg right here, and I'm gonna start digging my knee to the floor, and Andy's gonna start trying to go with the head inside my legs. I use my left hand on his collar to avoid him from going in between my legs and lifting his hips as well. So I start putting my knee on the floor here, okay? So actually this position here is from Batista. Batista does this all the time. So he's very strong on top, and he likes to work with pressure. So we work on this position during the comp class. It's really effective, okay? It's really good. So once I'm here, now, my opponent will start trying to pull my leg, right? Exactly, he's gonna try to use the bottom leg to force me to post my hand on the floor and even like take the weight off the left leg, right? So he can start going right now under my legs, okay? So I'm gonna put all my weight on my left leg, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna staple his leg with my right leg. So I go like this. Okay, and now I can start extending my leg out. Even if Andy is like linking his hand right now, right here, I start putting the weight on him, extending my leg out, and now I start putting my head on this side right here, like a side smash. Okay, so that way, I separate him from getting close to my leg even more, okay? So now I start avoiding him from getting underneath of me, okay? So once I do that, now it's easier for me to pass. I have so many options now, okay? Naturally, I can go to the back, right? Which is like the open space where I can start passing his guard. This way, okay? And I always keep my head side by side of his head. Don't put their head on this side. So keep your head right here. So you can underhook the arm, or even like wait for the opponent like to turtle and be ready to start attacking his back, okay? And as we mention here all the time, when you start attacking the back from here, your opponent's like going for the turtle position, you're gonna take a ride. I call this taking a ride. You post your inner thigh over his hip, and by the turn right here, you're gonna have the first hook under your opponent. So your left knee is on his hip, your right knee right behind his shoulder right here. If my right knee is right here, when he turtle, I'm not gonna have the hook, you see? So my right knee needs to be really close to his shoulder, so when he turtle, my hook will get in. So now I can bring him to my lap to get the second hook. Or if my opponent is really explosive and he rolls, I can just follow him all the way, 360 degree, stop, and then get the second hook. Okay, by doing the seatbelt. Again. So I'm between his legs. He's gonna underhook my leg. He's gonna control. He goes for the leg entanglement, okay? So I'll push his leg out. And now look, I'm gonna step this leg forward. My opponent will put the knee inside. He's gonna try to use the 50-50 right here. I'm gonna bring my hand on his collar. Then I'm gonna start putting my knee down, putting the pressure right here, having my chest in the front of his hip. Now I can start using my right leg to pinch his leg here and kind of like going for a knee cut on this side and start extending my leg. Putting my head to the side, extend my opponent by using my head side by side of his head. Passing the guard, he's gonna probably like turtle, and I get ready to take his back. And he only goes for the turtle position if I want, okay? If I allow him, or if he's stronger than me, okay? Otherwise, I'm gonna stop on the side control, okay? You see that the second time, Andy, like he spun his head in between my legs. So I was kind of like late on grabbing his collar. So when Andy went here, like let's say his head went already inside. You see, even though like I take the leg out, but now I'm too late, okay? My foot is already in the other side, I cannot get the collar. Okay, and let's say Andy goes here, and now I'm on this position. Okay, I'm gonna discuss about this on the next step, okay? For now, we're gonna start having his head right here on this side. He's not gonna spin inside here, okay? Because it's gonna be a lot of things. There's a lot of details. So we're gonna be here. So the person bottom will go for the K guard, but my foot is gonna be on this side right here, see? Right here. So I'm gonna push his leg down. The leg that's inside my leg here, his outside leg, I take the leg out. He's gonna go with the foot inside. I'm gonna start controlling the collar, start putting the pressure by sprawling here. See, my knee out, and I start like extending my, link your hands, Andy. Start extending my leg here more and more. When I find a space, I'm gonna start using my outside leg, here, inside, putting my knee on the floor, start extending my leg, and now is my head position. I cannot be on this side here, okay? So my head needs to go here, on this side, okay? So I start putting my head here, all right? So once my head is on this side, I'm gonna start using my elbow on the floor, hook his leg, and then start walking towards his back by closing my elbow here. My elbow doesn't stay on the floor. I bring over his hip. So he's gonna fight right here. Then I can start taking the ride and getting the hooks on the back. Okay? I know there's some people that they're not very flexible. They can't go for the K guard like this. Okay? If that's the case, go for the, just start like on the 50-50 already, like this. Okay? Start on this situation here, where you're gonna control the hip. I like to put my knee here, okay? Behind his leg, behind his butt right here. Now I go thumb in, controlling the collar. And now I need to move my foot back, and then I need to bring my knee to the floor. All my weight is on that knee, see? Then I start putting my chest in front of his hip, okay? And I stay here, and you fight as hard as you can to lift his hip up, because if I allow him to lift his hip up, he can start digging his head inside again and start putting my hand on the floor, force me to go this way, making my legs lighter. So I must have my knee on the floor, hand on the collar still, okay? And keep thinking about always to make his head as far as you can from your foot, okay? Let's say if my hand is here, look, it's easier for Andy start bringing his head closer to my foot, okay? So that's why you have this hand right here, okay? And then use your weight over the hip so you maintain his hip on the floor. I always mention this here. And as soon as you start, you feel your opponent fighting to lift you up, that's when you use this knee here, okay? And then you start putting the head on the floor. Sometimes, if your opponent have a really strong grip, your hand is here, right? You feel like his hand are really strong, his grip is really strong. You can change really quick here. Since your weight is already on the knee, you change here, okay? You go under his arm, so you can start opening his grip right here, okay? And then you start going for a Z kill and finish him like this, okay? So you can attack his neck when his grip are really, really strong, okay? Any question about the position? Yes?
So when you have that far hook, you're passing through your leg?
The far hook? Yeah. The one that he dig in? Yeah, I'm pushing the leg down. So as soon as it's this hook right here, right? So the outside leg will make a hook right here. So I need to push this leg down and then move this way. And I lower myself, so he's gonna try to put the leg in still. Now he's gonna change for the other leg. If in the fight your opponent keep this foot here, okay, you're gonna do the same thing. So you're gonna control the collar, and let's say this frame here is bothering you. Now you're gonna do this, look, you're gonna work with this leg here. See? So you staple his leg by opening your leg like this. Again. So if you feel like in the fight his frame is there, okay? You go with the hand on the collar. Stay heavy, like try to move in. I keep my balance here. Now I'm gonna put this knee here to put his weight on the floor, see? Put his hip on the floor, extend my leg, change my head, and now I do the same thing. Start passing his guard, okay? Just in case, like if you keep the frame, he doesn't want to go for the knee bar or 50-50, okay? We're gonna work both ways, so tell your partner to do both ways so you can practice them, okay? All right, so let's go. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Yeah, tell me.
If you're going live, you sprawl that left leg out?
Yeah, I need to be heavy, right? So that's the second position, actually, it will work really well, okay? But when he's doing this and going for the K guard, as soon as he starts trapping my leg here, okay, he got in here. Let's say we're going live, I need to do the hook first and start facing to him. And now he's gonna change for the 50-50 right here. So he wants to pass under my leg, right? So I need to put my weight on the left leg and control his collar to block him from passing the head underneath of me. So now my knee doesn't go this way. I see some of you like torquing the knee like this. Now try to go with your knee in the front of his bicep here. Okay, so you can put your weight right here. And using the knuckles on the floor so you frame and avoid him from getting close to your foot, okay? Now, changing the head is key. So I see some of you like changing the head like this. And this is not enough. So you need to go with your head right here. So it's pretty much I'm replacing my hand with my head, okay? So when I get here, I go for the knee cut and start changing the head right here. Okay, that's how I block him. Yes, of course, when you're live and he's here, and that's why we're gonna do specific training, okay? Andy will try to take this hand off. Like he wants to make me post the hand on the floor. So I need to start putting my weight on this side. I pull myself here and I dig my leg in, okay? Now, even before I change the leg, the outside leg as a knee cut on the bottom leg, I change my head here, okay? I start making him really uncomfortable. Right here, he's gonna try to frame me right now. He doesn't wanna be here. He's gonna try to frame, exactly. He wants to push me away. So you need to put your head right here, okay? And if you feel like it's hard for you to bring the head to the other side, you need to staple the leg and change really fast here, like your hand inside, okay? To hug like that. So when I hug like that, I go for the katagatame. I pass, and I go for the choke, okay? I squeeze the mic, so, okay? Sorry. So when he's here, like doing this position, what he really wants to do is passing this hand under my leg. Okay, pass the hand under my leg and look, pass, you see? Like sometimes you're standing here and you're not too concerned about this grip right here. He's gonna pass the hand under and now he can pass the whole body underneath of you, okay? So once you're here, if you feel like he's like doing a really good job framing and posting and force you to post to the outside, to this side, control the sleeve here with this hand. Because now Andy will try to pass the hand under my leg. Go Andy. And he can't. So now I can stand up controlling his tricep and I pull him. Okay? So go past the hand, go for a 50-50 right now. It's really hard for him to go 50-50 if you control him here. But now if let's say I go for the legs to try to do with the legs, he's gonna pass the hand under and then he's gonna start bring my leg on this side. Or even he's gonna try to underhook the other leg like this. He's gonna be underneath of me and start like going for the sweep, right? So controlling this hand here will be key. In the live situation, especially for lightweights, right? If you're fighting someone heavier than you, you're gonna feel that you're not gonna have that power to put pressure on him. He's gonna start pushing you out, so you control the sleeve and go in the 50-50, try to bring my leg to the other side. I'm gonna start grabbing his tricep, putting the weight on the forward leg, and then standing up here, okay? I'll be on this position, okay? Try to go, the position. Heavier weights, you can go, sinking the leg, doing the same thing. Putting the weight on him, and start putting your head on the floor, and going for the smash, right? Lighter weights and heavy weights can use that too. Let's say I feel my opponent has a really strong leg. I'm trying to put my weight on this leg, but he's doing a really good job framing, right? I'm gonna use my elbow inside his leg here, and I'm gonna start pushing his leg out, down. And I make it like a shield here. So Andy will do his best to try to go for 50-50, try to underhook my leg, and I just stay here, I frame, okay? So now what I do here, I can go for a nice armbar or take his back. I'm gonna try to go to the back first. I'm gonna bring my knee to the floor, sitting here, and drag Andy to this side, okay? If Andy sit up like this, I'm gonna start attacking his back, okay? But sometimes when you're trying to go to the back and you try to drag your opponent will be scared to give you the back. He knows if you sit up, you're gonna take his back. I go here and he keeps his back on the floor. I just pass the leg over his head and get a nice armbar. So it's very important to keep this grip here on the tricep so you can have his arm in and you can control his whole body. Don't keep just this hand here or this grip here on the sleeve, on the top of his knee, because now he can put the elbow on the floor and you're not gonna have the armbar, you're not gonna have the back, and probably he's gonna try to get on 50-50. So now I need to go back again. But the key of the position, okay, today is to control the sleeve. As soon as you feel your opponent wants to go for 50-50, to the 50-50, you're gonna control the sleeve. Go 50-50, go, pass your hand under my leg, go. You feel it's gonna be hard for him to do it, okay? Now my two options are dig my leg to the floor, okay, and start working with my head, okay, control the collar, getting the knee cut on the bottom leg, and keep this leg on your lap, okay, right here. Now I have options to start passing his guard. So your head cannot be flying like this, okay, because now he can gain space and escape, or even sit up. So my head is on the floor and against his head, okay? So now I hook the leg, my left leg here, look. I'll hook his leg, and now he can't catch me anymore, okay? I use my elbow on top of his hip. If he tries to turtle, I'm smash him, okay? And then slowly I'm gonna start taking the right to attack his back, okay? If I don't put this knee here to attack the back, okay, if I keep my knee on the floor, turtle, I'll be too late. You see, he's not between my legs anymore. It's a must. When you feel his turtle, I put my knee there, so he's gonna be between my legs the whole time, okay? So you can mix it up both techniques right now, okay? Again, if you're unflexible, you can go for the K-guard, okay? Start right here, okay? Like this. And then you control the sleeve, okay? As soon as you feel your opponent is trying to go for 50-50, I control the sleeve and the tricep. And this grip here also will give you balance. If I just control the sleeve here, and he's gonna start shaking me, I'm gonna be like, kind of like losing balance, okay? So I need to control here. So this grip will help me to pull myself close to him and give me stability. Try to shake me and I just stay here, okay? So now my options are dig my knee to the floor, heavy, all my weight is on this leg, okay? Then I start putting my head to the floor, then I go to the knee cut with this leg on my lap. Or I'll be here, if I'm a lightweight or he's really strong, I'm trying to dig my leg, he's doing a really good job on keeping my leg straight. I'm gonna pass my elbow here. And now I'm gonna extend my leg and bring my knee, my elbow close to my knee. And now when I feel like he's just controlling my shin, that's when I'm gonna attack his back, okay? So I'm gonna sit and slide, drag him, going to his back. If Andy tried to keep his back on the floor, right here, I just go for the armbar. After I pass the leg, I can let go the tricep, and then now I can finish him by pinching my knees, okay? And once you go for the back here, to face all the way, if you can keep this leg here, it's a great option, okay? Because now it's harder for Andy to turtle, okay? And it's easier for you to set up the hook here. You can even close the leg like this and attack his back like this because he can't turtle. But now if I put this hook here out and try to put the hook, it probably can turtle faster than me, than my hook, okay? So if you can keep this hook here, that'll be a great option for you to control the back. Okay, try to turtle, and it's hard for him to turtle. I can follow it, and in the meantime, I can start going for the top collar and start attacking as a bow and arrow, a choke, okay? Or I can feed the hook first, and then I can start bringing to the other side and getting the second hook, okay? This position is actually good for people with longer legs too, okay, and flexible legs. So now, from the beginning, he goes for the K guard, okay, right here. He got the hook, I push the leg out. He goes for the position, I control the sleeve, try to go for 50-50. Control the tricep, try to go 50-50. I just stay here. Try to shake me, have a good balance. Sink my leg through, okay? Put my head on the side. Now I start going for the knee cut with the hand on the collar, okay? And start passing his guard. Going to shake me. Tell your partner to shake a little bit so you control. Now you can't sink the leg through. You go with the elbow in the front of his, right behind his leg. Push. Once you feel your shin is out, you pull him to go to the back. Okay, start attacking his back. Make sure you feed the hook first. Okay, now you can start getting a nice choke or take his back. Okay? And then you know, if you keep the back on the floor, you can armbar. Okay? All right, let's work on that. 1, 2, 3. Go. So right now, my opponent will start here. Okay? So even if I have my knee on the floor, okay, I must control the sleeve here. Okay? Because if I don't control his sleeve, if I pay attention too much on the collar or on the legs, he's going to underhook my leg here as well. He can underhook this leg. Now, once he underhook my leg like this and feed the collar or grab the belt, it's going to be hard for me to do with that. Now he's got to put the shin inside and start like scrambling to my back, right? I start going for X guard. It's going to be hard, okay? So as soon as you feel yourself like it's getting here, stuck in this position, control the sleeve, okay? Because now if you try to underhook your leg, so you avoid him from underhooking the leg, plus you're avoiding him from digging this hand under your leg to go for 50-50. If I don't control, he's going to go, bring your armpit under my leg like this, you see? It's pretty much like digging the whole arm in. That will allow him to go for 50-50, you know? He's not going to pass my leg like lifting like this, okay? He's going to dig the arm in all the way. And now once my calf touches his armpit, that's when I stuck in the 50-50, okay? So control here, so you avoid, try to go with your hand under, and then you practice right here, okay? Just see what happened, okay? I guarantee you that you're going to have a good time on top of your opponent, and your opponent will struggle here a lot, okay? And remember to control the tricep, so that way you can pull yourself in, and that will give you stability. And it's like, you know, when you go downstairs, you need to put your hand on the handle, right? This is kind of like a handle for you to give you support and balance, okay? So if you keep your hand like this, you're not going to have too much stability, okay? So control here and pull yourself like that. So my opponent will try to go underneath. He's going to try to put on 50-50, right? I just stay here, okay? Even if it passes my leg to this side, it's going to be easier for me to go with my leg back to the other side, okay? I just step my leg forward here and then go back that way. Or sometimes your opponent is already on 50-50 here, okay? If you can control the sleeve here and pass the leg to the other side and then come up like this, that'll be a great option as well, okay? Right before he goes for the lapel, foot lock, and things like that, okay? So just do something specific like that. We're going to do like 2 minutes each, few rounds, and then we go for the live sparring, okay? The opponent is bigger than me. Like he was an adult and I'm a kid. Yeah, go down. Wins. It's gonna be hard, okay? Because the adult has a little bit more strength than me, okay? But you need to have this grip here. You cannot let his He passed the hand underneath of your leg, okay? So try to do your best to keep yourself on top of him, okay? And like I said, if I'm lighter than my opponent, I'll try to go here with my forearm this way so I can push him down. And once I push his leg below my shin, it will work really well, especially the armbar or back attack. So just try to like use your forearm, okay? And I guarantee like when you fight people your size, you're gonna crush them, okay? And you already do that. All right? Yeah. All right, guys, let's go. Specific. 1, 2, 3. Go.